Good morning. So really I want to come up and I want to thank Teller County residents for stepping up. The county assembly, our Republican assembly, was Saturday. It was very well run. Chair Ms. Case did a great job. Secretary Commissioner Stone did an amazing job in pulling off a very fair assembly. Also, Ross Parnell as the treasurer, Mark Carter as the vice chair. The four of them did a tremendous job, and I'd like to thank them for doing that. Also, I'd like to thank all the people that came out and caucused and assembled for the Republican Party. We did have a full house on Saturday, and it was amazing. It was well run, and just did a fantastic job. And I want to thank the people that came out and voted for me at the assembly, quite honestly. And we're now moved on to the ballot in November, and that's a huge accomplishment. And with doing that, what I've done is I've started taking down my large political signs around the county. It's not because I'm not in a race, it's because I think the public deserves a break from political signs around the county. So we'll be doing that, and we'll assess the need later this summer as far as putting them up. I also like to thank my wife Shannon for doing such a tremendous job behind the scenes with my campaign. Some of you know she's not just a political powerhouse in Teller County, but also around the state. That lady knows more people around the state than I think the governor does with personal touch, so she does a great job, and I'd like to thank her. But I appreciate all of you and the others that made it through assembly and will be on the ballot in November. You guys were awesome, and it was so good to work with you. And I look forward to working with you in the future. So thank you again. I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you.
Yeah, and I just want to add, Carl, thanks for running the clean race. I know you got attacked one or two times, and for those of us in office, we always remind people there's two ways to be in office. You could, in 100 people, you can get 51 votes, and you can say, I have a mandate and my way or the highway. Or you can get 51 votes. In our case, we're talking about reaching out to unaffiliated and Democrats as well and saying, hey, for those of you who couldn't or didn't vote for me, I'd like to earn your respect and your trust. And I know Carl's one of those candidates, and continue to run a noble race. Now that it's going to be a partisan race in November, it's really easy to be attacked, and you and I have talked about that. So thank you for continuing to do that. I think in this country, in the current vibe that we have, people are more interested in what you're going to do in a positive way and what your vision is rather than denigrating an opponent. And so people who denigrate each other just doesn't work anymore, and it's divided our country. So thank you for being on the right side of that, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and that is my intent. I spoke with Ms. Hill before the meeting started, and that's my intent. I'm going to run a good, clean race on the issues facing Teller County, and I think that's the way it should be. And you know, when we look at that, you know, we got to pray for our firefighters coming up. This season is going to be brutal, I believe, and our military serving being deployed overseas. We need to pray for them and keep them in our prayers. So, thank you again.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
Just one comment I would have. For those who are not involved in some of these political processes, the caucus and assembly used to be a very broad-based system. It's a neighborhood caucus meeting where you develop relationships and favor